crap, I haven't uploaded in almost a month. So, I made a video a while ago about why I hate indie games. Although it wasn't really about hating them, that was just a clickbaity title. This is why I, not hate, but why I can sometimes dislike AAA games, to even it out, to balance it. Reason number one, no specific target audience. And this sort of branches out in more ways than you'd expect. The first and most obvious one is tutorials. So, if you run video games, development and publishing and everything purely as a business with no sort of real concern for your core demographic or the art form itself, etc., etc., you tend to want to appeal to as many people as possible. And the majority of people aren't avid gamers. So what a lot of these, what almost every single one of these AAA games does is treat the player like they're an idiot who's never picked up a video game before. Like that's why mandatory tutorials still exist. It's because these AAA companies, I want to say they think you're an idiot, but that's a loaded term. They don't think you're stupid. They just underestimate how much you know. They think you're uninformed, and they think you need to be taught what all of these buttons mean. They think you, this is to move, this is to look around, this is to jump, etc., etc. It's common knowledge to us, but to someone who's never played a video game before, these are all just abstract concepts, so they need to be explained in depth. Again and again. At least according to these companies, these publishers. Another issue with your target audience being essentially everybody on the planet with $60 to spare is that a lot of mechanics that could be very fleshed out and interesting tend to get dumbed down and simplified, or streamlined, I suppose, which, just sort of makes the game shit. Well, not shit. Worse off than it could have been. Reason 3 is pandering, and I'm not specifically talking about political pandering. I'm talking about... it sort of extends into trend chasing as well. Like, say, after Minecraft came out, there were thousands of just blatant Minecraft rip-offs, but there are also a lot of games that sort of just shoveled in sort of base building mechanics as well, like into the game that already existed. It may sometimes even into existing series, and it just didn't fit, and it just sort of felt out of place because it was shoveled in at the last minute. Because one of the publishers, or maybe the project manager or something, heard a few buzzwords and demanded the rest of the team to shove it in, just because it might help it sell. Another reason is intentionally just cutting the game up and selling almost necessary parts separately. Paradox are the worst at this, but Ubisoft are also pretty bad as well. I can't remember. Visuals over everything else. It's like, I sometimes set the settings of a game lower than my PC can actually run, just so it'll load faster, or the frame rate will be higher, but you can't really show off, say, load times, or frame rate, or how much stuttering's going to happen in a tech demo, can you? No, you show off the graphics in a tech demo. Well, I say tech demo. Trailer, essentially. It's a trailer for these, like E3 or whatever. So, yeah, that can be pretty cancerous at times. I couldn't care less about how it looks. If it's going to run at 20 frames per second, and it's going to take me 20 minutes to start up the game. And the last one is all of the additions. And each of them have something new and different, but none of them have everything. There's the Collector's Edition, which will have mostly everything. There's the Season Pass, which is all the DLC. There's the Game of the Year Edition, which is, I don't know, like the Season Pass, but somehow not. Might have a few extra stuff or a few stuff missing. Who fucking knows? Who cares? You're gonna buy it all anyway. Unless you buy it from fucking Walmart or somewhere, in which case you'll get something completely different. You'll get your own extra add-on. And that's, all I really had to say. This topic's been done to death. I just really needed to upload something. I'm hit of a bit of a dry spell at the moment, but as soon as I get some more ideas, I'll be back to making videos as fast as possible. Huge thanks to Stolen Dragoon, Ori Main, Baby Kitschy, and Kasti. If I said that wrong, please tell me. Because I'm probably not gonna notice on my own. Like, I thought the word paladin was spelt paddlin for the longest time, and I just didn't read it properly for about 4 or 5 years. But if anyone has any ideas, I will be more than happy to do them, because, come on, why I hate AAA games. Come on, you can't get any more generic and overdone than that. Well, I say that, but, you know.